Nigerians like quick money. That is why CBEX has taught them a hard lesson. You need to shine your eye or you cry later. This is the hard lesson that CBEX has taught a lot of Nigerians. They say invest in crypto. Crypto is the future. You jump right into CBEX, and now CBEX is making you trade hot cheers, hot regrets. Now let me break it down for you. The thing is, CBEX came as a sweet-sounding trading platform. They promised high returns, zero risk, testimonials from people, usage of all these influencers, even a multi-tier affiliate program, as well as a withdrawing system that worked initially. Yes. Now, CBEX operated as a legit platform. Some even believed it was affiliated with the Chinese Beijing equity, exchange. But the real CBEX has come to say that it was never associated with such scam. In my last video, I talked about Ponzi scheme. But I just want you to know that this CBEX wasn't just any Ponzi scheme. It was a full-blown textile trading platform, which camouflaged as a regulated crypto exchange. And of course, it mimicked the structure of a legitimate fintech company, making people to trust them. CBEX created this illusion of success, copying trading, use of AI bots, fast withdrawals. Then boom, one day, they vanished like Nepalites.
Sorry for the laugh.
Some people invested millions, some people invested thousands, some people even took loans, while some people thought they were investing in crypto. But in reality, they were just feeding a digital black hole. I even had my neighbor yesterday tell me that he lost over 2 million naira in CBEX. I was like, how are you still surviving? Now, you know how the normal Ponzi scheme cycle is. Early users being paid out, new deposits funding those payouts. Then when a lot of people come on board, boom, they just disappear and people no longer have access to their money.
I said I should check my balance now. Zero balance, there's nothing there again.
I know for the victims, it's not just about losing their money. They're looking for recourses to get their money back. Of course, there are legal remedies, but it is very complicated. What do I mean by this? It comes with lots of challenges. This is a very sad reality for lots of victims of CBEX, and as a lawyer, I can tell you that this is criminal. Now, the funny thing is that when CBEX was having issues, they came out to say that they were experiencing some technical issue. My brother, my sister, that technical team is somewhere in Maldives enjoying life. Now, if you lost your money in CBEX, these are some of the things you can do. Number one, you can go ahead and file a criminal report with the EFCC or the special fraud unit of the police. You have to attach screenshots, evidence of the CBEX activities. What I mean by CBEX activities, like your wallet address, payment, transactions, to make your case more stronger. Another thing the victims of CBEX can do would be to take a class action. Everybody, the victims of CBEX, come as a group and take action against CBEX and both its promoters. You take legal action and sue for misrepresentation and even for damages. Another thing is that CBEX wasn't even licensed. They weren't even regulated. Dear victims, you can go ahead and take a civil action against the promoters of CBEX. You can sue for fraud, misrepresentation, like I mentioned earlier, and even unjust enrichment. You can even involve the NITDA if there are data privacy breaches or data identity issues. You can involve the NITDA. Then finally, while some people believe that the Chinese were involved, if actually the Chinese were involved, you can involve the Interpol, especially if truly there are foreigners in this scam. Now let's talk about the role of regulators. Where were the regulators when this CBEX thingy was going on? Good question, right? In 2021, the CBN banned banks from facilitating crypto exchange activities, but this has not stopped people from engaging in cryptocurrency. You also know that in my last video, I talked about how the SEC now has jurisdiction to punish Ponzi scheme operators if they are found guilty, right? But truly, the gaps that the regulators didn't feel was, educating people on crypto fraud, like periodically educating people on crypto fraud, because there's a lot of illegitimate things going on the dark web and even in crypto. Another would be delayed consumer protection responses. Of course, these are regulators. You need to step up in protecting the citizens of Nigeria. And I feel like if there was real-time surveillance activities, this crypto fraud like CBEX would not even exist, because the regulators are there to checkmate Ponzi schemes or fraudulent entities like CBEX. But to be fair, crypto regulation is very, very complex because, there are multiple domains. Our current laws cannot match up with the existing technology in crypto, and this makes it hard. This is why we need digital financial literacy campaigns periodically, to make people aware. We need real-time scam alerts from the CBN and also the SEC. There has to be mandatory due diligence for these fintech influencers or promoters of, fintech activities. And finally, there needs to be cross-border collaboration to freeze any account or freeze any scam wallet. My dear investors, please, if any investment promises you high returns and no risk, it is either a miracle or a trap. I'm sure you know the one CBEX was, right? Before you invest, check if that platform was registered, if they are compliant with the laid down regulations, if they are licensed. Check if they have a physical address. Of course, I know that CBEX had physical addresses all around, but you can check for reviews. Go to regulators and do your due diligence. Due diligence is not paranoia. It is not being overzealous. It is protecting yourself in the long run. You have to consult a lawyer. Like, it's not that hard, right? Consult a lawyer. This is something that can protect you and your future investment. And please do not invest based on WhatsApp broadcast messages or even influencers high, because I know some of you invested in CBEX because of so and so influencer was promoting CBEX, and it is sad, honestly. CBEX is a painful reminder that in this digital age, there is a lot of financial literacy that needs to be done. I mean, these fraudsters are evolving, and me and you, we need to evolve, okay? We need to evolve and get it right. If you are affected by the CBEX scam, you can take these steps I mentioned earlier. And if you want to engage in any digital investment, please ask questions, take due diligence seriously. All these measures are there to protect yourself, because in law they say he who comes to equity must come with clean hands. Let's use this experience to make smarter financial decisions, because it will really help us. My name is Sabi. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit that button, subscribe, and turn on notification. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.